Taurus. Welcome to Cosmic Mirror Tarot. I am the Chariot, and this will be your timeless general read. Actually, we're doing a timeless love reading, so whenever you find this, you're meant to find this, of course. Do want to give you all a heads up that I will be announcing the winners for the quarterly giveaway on December 15th. And then I'm kind of reevaluating what I want to do for a giveaway for next year. So if you have any thoughts below on really cool giveaways, put it in the comment section below. I totally want to hear from you, Taurus. All right, but yeah, look for that on the 15th. I will make an announcement of $250. Nice little giveaway right before Christmas, right? All right, so I'm still in my Sirio Marchetti obsession. Okay, so we're doing his Tarot of Dreams only in the upright for your 5-card spread. So past, present, future, divine influence, and subconscious. We'll also pull a couple cards on what you don't see coming, and then we will clarify with his I think that's the Grand Lux Tarot, and we'll take those however they come to us. All right, cool beans. Let's go ahead and get started. Just give this a couple more shuffles and see what we got going on for you, Taurus. I would say the past couple readings I've done for you have been a lot better. I feel like you guys are coming out of something that may have been a little dramatic. Let's see here. All right, for your most recent past, you have the Tower, like I was saying. Your current environment is the King of Swords, or your current energy. Your future, listen, is the Empress. Your divine influence is the 5 of Wands. Your subconscious is the 10 of Coins. And your what you don't see coming is the Devil, the Knight of Wands, and the 2 of Cups. All right, Taurus. I have to say I love the energy that's on the table. There is, your subconscious is coming up really, really strong. You're hyper focused on your goals at this time, specifically around family and building wealth, specifically is what I'm hearing. This 10 of Coins in your subconscious is pinging off of this Empress. I love to see the Tower is behind you. You had some sort of major self-realization about something. We'll dig into that and see if we can flesh it out. Of course, it's going to be different for everyone, but it's always good just to get Spirit's take on what we've experienced, right? Your divine influence of the 5 of Wands is interesting. It's a minor arcana, and for those who don't know, the minor arcana are like day-to-day little like hiccups or wins, like it just depends on the card. The 5 of Wands being very combative, very, especially this 5 of Wands, it just looks hot. It looks like a lot of work. Traditionally, the 5 of Wands is supposed to represent people in training, right? So that's why with the 5 of Wands, you can get like maybe there's too many cooks in the kitchen, right? Too many people trying to be a leader and no one, taking any real direction, right? Everyone's just kind of off on their own, doing their own thing. I'm getting with this, however, with this card in particular, like there's just kind of day-to-day like nuances that are just, you're trying not to be bogged down by it. You're in King of Swords energy. You're trying to kind of cut through the noise, right? And be a little bit more discerning about like, I'm hearing like, have you ever heard that saying, like, not my monkey, not my circus? Like, that's what I'm getting off of this King of Swords. Like, you're just kind of like, if it really doesn't have anything to do with me, like, or my goals, my, 10 of Pentacles, Empress goals, like, I'm really not going to give it very much energy. Like, I'm in King of Swords energy, very cold, very distant, just like, that's your bullshit, not mine. I will say what's interesting to me is what's at the bottom, or what you don't see coming, which is the Devil, the Knight of Cups, and the 2 of Cups. To be honest with you, all I'm hearing is a lot of sexy time. I don't know who this is with, Taurus. Whoever this is, you have a very, very strong attachment with, and they want me to say attachment and not attraction. Um, there may be a little bit of a, because what's interesting about this devil card is that there's only one person trapped, whereas traditionally on the devil card it's kind of like two people bound, and it's actually supposed to represent um like the both your divine masculine and your divine feminine side kind of being tied down by something that could be rather toxic. This is just one single individual, so it's giving me more like trapped in a cage. But what's interesting is like the cage is open, just like on the traditional Rider-Waite. The chains around those people's neck are supposed to look loose, as in like you have the power in order to overcome whatever addiction or toxicity that's in your life. Same here, there's the same deal, but it's given me more of almost an omen, Taurus. And I've kind of been getting this for everyone. I don't know what is in the energy, but I feel like spirit doesn't want excesses at this time. Like whether that's drinking, partying, spending, screwing, right? Like spirit does not want people engaged in excesses for some reason. They want us to take a step back. I think it's interesting that the Two of Cups, especially this Two of Cups, feels very loving and flowing. I mean, you have the swans and, you know, the space kind of backgrounds, and it just feels very light, airy, and open, but it's almost dragged down by the excessiveness of the Knight of the Fire and the Devil and the Knight of Wands. So I'm getting a sense here, Taurus, of you may be extremely attracted to this person, but maybe slow down on the sexy time and get to know this person a little bit more. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting off of this. All right. I think that's a good kind of first run. So what we're going to do now is we're going to run through, I'm actually going to like really shuffle these and then start doing my standard shuffle, just because they're newer cards, so I'm trying to break them in. But yeah, I really don't, I feel like Spirit is warning us. What I've noticed about all the signs, right? Now I've done, I think you're now like my fourth or fifth love reading. What Spirit has been saying over and over again is like, watch your excesses, but everyone's money has looked really good. So I don't know if that's sort of like it's an overall test for us, right? Like where Spirit is giving us a little bit of a break financially, just to see what we do with it, right? Because that dictates whether or not you're a good steward of your money, or a good steward of your time, or a good steward of your energy, depends on what the universe then brings you next. Does that make sense? I feel like that's what Spirit is doing, which is very interesting. It's definitely almost like a test or a trial period for all of us right now. All right, so clarifying the King of Swords, we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. The Six of Coins, or the Six of Pentacles. And Justice. I felt this Justice with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. I don't know if you are experiencing some sort of legal troubles at this time, Taurus. I love that the Six of Coins and the Justice card is in the upright. What makes me a little hesitant to say, you know, justice is on your side, is that we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So there may have been something, it could have even been car related, like a car accident or something like that. I don't know if someone was drinking or driving, or some sort of collision, they're telling me. I don't know, that may be super specific for like one person, but I am getting a sense here of um something maybe that wasn't the best experience was faded in order to balance the scale somehow. Now, the Spirit oftentimes will send us trials and tribulations in our life in order to get us to have this tower moment, right? This like aha. And that may have just happened, Taurus, but I will say I love that the Six of Coins and Justice is following the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, because that tells me that the scales do balance out for you, right? And at the end of the day, it's for your highest good, right? It may not have been the most pleasant experience, but it was for your highest good. Clarifying the Five of Wands is the Ace of Wands. Is that the Ace of Wands in the reverse? Ace of Wands in the reverse. Sorry about that. The Five of Cups. What else, Spirit? And the Queen of Cups. I got something, but let me continue to break this out. Oh, Jesus, that's way too many, Spirit. Alright, clarifying the Tower, you have the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Knight of Wands again. Clarifying the Ten of Cups, you have the Emperor reverse, or the Ten of Pentacles, sorry. The Emperor reverse, the Page of Pentacles. Spirit, that's too many. And the Three of Coins. Clarifying the Empress is the Page of Wands, the Queen of Swords. Wait, what's, oh, this is the Two of Swords over here. I was like, what in the world? Clarifying the Empress is the Empress. Which I love to see, Taurus. I'll get there in a second. And the Empress is your major arcana card. It's a Libra or a Taurus. So I love to see you in your major arcana, divine feminine energy, making boss moves, basically. There again is something with this, clarifying the Five of Wands is the Ace of Wands reverse, and this Five of Cups. What I find interesting is all the red and the orange here. Red and orange is all is symbolizing of your root chakra and your sacral chakra. I am getting a sense here of someone whose root and sacral chakra, specifically their sacral chakra, which is your sex organs, that is just way too overactive. It's just, there's just like way too much going on there. So I don't know if you are masturbating too much, watching too much porn, having too much sex. Like, there's just something there where that Spirit wants to call attention, where you know, this Five of Cups energy is almost like you need balance, you need more grounding, you need to take a break, Taurus. And I feel like you know this. I mean, because following that is the Queen of Cups, so it's almost like you're a little emotional about this. Like, I think you know, I'm getting a sense here of someone who may have even had the realization of like why their sexual energy is so intense, right? Here's the thing, sex and creative energy come from the same place. It all comes from your sacral chakra, right? Which is right below your belly button. You know, kind of in between your coccyx and your belly button, right? It is the color orange. And a lot of times when that chakra in particular is overactive, what we're really trying to do, but on a lower vibrational level, okay, is create, right? It means you have a lot of creative energy, but you're focusing it in the wrong direction. Okay? You're focusing it on porn, sex, one night stands, whatever, drinking, um, stuff like that, versus, you know, creating a channel or starting a business or picking up a hobby, playing on a team, basketball or I don't know, a bike league or something, a softball league, like I feel like what spirit is trying to call attention to is there are ways to love yourself and love your creative energy enough that you can channel it into a better use of your energy, basically is what I'm saying. Your most recent past of the Tower is clarified by the Knight of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. Again, it's like Spirit saying I said what I said, kind of rushing in, making decisions, basically with your parts, your sexual organs. Maybe you've had some sort of epiphany around that, Taurus. I don't know, but that's kind of what I'm getting off of that Tower. Is it's just kind of like, how have you ever sat down and thought about how do I make the decision of who and who I don't have sex with, or do I just run around having sex with everybody? Like everybody can get it, right? Like, is it willy-nilly, or is there some sort of criteria? Is that criteria based in integrity, or is it all ego-based? Like, I'm getting like those kind of questions that Spirit is asking you to ask yourself when it comes to your sexual partner. Now, your subconscious, this is where it gets interesting, is clarified. The Ten of Coins is clarified by the Emperor reverse, the Page of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. I feel like you're starting to discover, because the Page of Pentacles is all about like study and practice, and it's like earth-based knowledge and wisdom, and it's basically a student, right? The Page of Pentacles is a student, and it's almost as if you're starting to learn how you create your own reality, Taurus, is what I'm hearing. I also, with this Emperor reverse, there could be someone in your energy that is very, very controlling, or this could be you, right? Take it as it resonates. But I'm getting more a sense here of like almost Spirit is telling me it's like a conversation that your subconscious is chewing on around like what's in my control and what's not. But overall, I feel like you've had this awakening that really you don't control a lot of the stuff that happens to you. Yes, our decisions do lead to certain outcomes, but certain things are actually fated. Think Wheel of Fortune, right? And it may have been fated for us to learn a lesson, or mainly to learn a lesson, right? And so I feel like you're feeling a little. They're showing me the Five of Cups. You're feeling a little down about maybe the decisions that you made in the past, out of haste, Knight of Swords, out of ego. Emperor reverse can be very egotistical, and out of misdirected sexual and creative energy. And this Three of Pentacles, Page of Coins is giving me all that. It's like I finally see where I fucked up at. Is what I'm getting, Taurus. Now, your future position. Again, we have another page. This one is the Page of Wands. I love me some Page of Wands. That's my Adventure Time girl. She's always down. She's curious. She's, anything new, anything exciting, she's there, right? And I'm getting that. It's like, what's new, what's exciting, but also Queen of Swords energy, keep your bullshit over there. Right? Like again, not my monkey, not my circus. Is what I get off of this. And then again, you get the Empress. You have the Empress here twice. Again, I always say this whenever I get the Empress, especially double Empress and the Wheel in the same reading. If you are not trying to get pregnant, wrap it up. Okay. The Empress is all about fertility. It's all about creative energy. And so I do, although your divine influence and your current energy is a little bit of an unbalanced sacral and root chakra, you do in the future balance that energy out. The Empress says that, right? The Empress is completely aligned, right? She creates abundantly, right, in balance and in harmony from her womb. There's no gender in tarot, so it could be a man. At the end of the day, our creative, our sexual organs are still our creative center, right? So whether you have a womb or you don't, it comes from the same place, right? So I feel like you do get there, Taurus, which is beautiful, beautiful energy. I don't want to downplay that energy. It just feels like you're still kind of in the aftermath of whatever this tower is. Um, I want to see, actually, I want to get something on this Devil and Knight of Swords. I also want to see if they'll give me a time frame on this Empress energy for you. For whatever, I'm hearing March. Clarifying the Devil, the Knight of Wands, and the Two of Cups is the Hanged Man. Listen, listen. Judgment and the Lovers. So there's a lot to kind of break down here, but first I want to touch on, this is what you don't see coming. So I don't know if you're in a new relationship, Taurus, but there's a little bit of a warning here. Devil with the Lovers can represent a karmic situation that has a propensity, you know, there's a possibility of you being tied down to this person for an extended amount of time. Now, that could be with a child or something of that nature. And with the Devil here, it's not a good thing. It's a karmic situation, okay? Devil and Judgment refers to what I was speaking. It's like Spirit saying, I said what I said. It was what I was referring to with this Emperor in the reverse, which is, excuse me, whew, you may have issues vocalizing your passions, is what I'm hearing. But the Devil and the Judgment card is all about having an awakening around what you can and cannot control. Okay? You can control drinking and driving. You can control how much porn you watch. You can control who you do or do not sleep with. You can't control you're casually driving down the street and someone rear ends you and you did nothing wrong. You can't control your job deciding to do mass layoffs, right? And you happen to be one of those random people. Like, those are the kind of fated events that Spirit does for character growth, right? But again, choosing your partners wisely can help against this, like, you know, getting stuck in a relationship with someone just for the kids, right? Or it just being toxic as hell, right? Trying to be a baby daddy, baby mama to somebody, right? Those things, those decisions, you have full authority over, right? And the Judgment card with the Hangman specifically talks about making the right decisions, sacrificing, making the hard decisions, the hard choices, right? If it's cutting this person off, even though you love the sex with them, but you know there's nothing behind the sex, right? Like, that's a really hard decision, especially if you're really physically attracted to someone. Like, trust me, I just recently went through this, maybe about a year ago, with, I mean, the guy who is the reason why I started my channel, right? I thought he was my twin flame. I was completely, I'll do another video on why I refuse to do twin flame readings. I just think that it's a trap, but that's my own stuff. But I was so physically attracted to him. Like, everything the man did was just delicious to me, right? The way he smelled, the way he walked, the way he, oh my God, right? Like, and so finally, but I mean, he was a total Knight of Wands. He was a total playboy, right? Like, and I knew that. It was obvious, right? So making that decision, even though my lady part still wanted him, right, to walk away, was one of the hardest things that I had to do. But everything that happened after that was beautiful and divinely guided, and I've been abundant and blessed ever since. Like, that's what I'm getting here, Taurus. I feel like if there's any takeaway from this reading, it's do not make your decisions willy-nilly, especially when it comes to your energy. Don't play about your energy, because the universe doesn't play about your energy, okay? Get neurotic about, where does my energy go, right? What are the decisions that I'm making day to day that slowly over time build up, and maybe I end up in these Six of Pentacles justice situations, right, where I'm constantly experiencing towers, or I'm constantly experiencing negative situations, think the wheel in reverse, when really what I need to be doing is King of Swords, cutting out people and situations and standing up for myself, okay? I think, I still feel like with this Two of Cups here, there is an opportunity for a divine connection. However, it's almost smothered by the heavy fire and passionate energy that's here. And so I feel like, if anything, you do come into some sort of balance with your sacral chakra. I want to say, I was getting March from the Empress, and then sometime after that, they're showing me that it says it has the Cancerian symbol on here, so maybe June or July, you may actually come into a divine union. But what needs to be clear first is the residual energy from this awakening you've had. And it's very clear to me that you've had some sort of awakening. Okay, so I know this is a love reading, so I almost feel like, Taurus, Spirit doesn't want you so much focused on love right now. If anything, they want you to be relatively celibate. Okay, control your sexual energy. Turn that sexual energy into something creative. And, you know, maybe middle of next year, you know, I will be doing 2023 readings, kind of next go round, so in a week. We can look at when specifically new love will come in for you, for my singles. For my married couples, married and everything is fine. I see pregnancy. I see lots of sex. There still needs to be this conversation, though, around your decision making and your excesses, because at the end of the day, the devil with Judgment and the Hangman really talks about excess, right? And like I said before, I feel like collectively Spirit wants us, you know, taking the middle path and not being excessive at this time for whatever reason. I don't know if it's stocking up our resources because something may happen next year. I don't know. I haven't been made privy to it, but every single reading that I've done so far has mentioned limit your excesses. Okay, I feel complete in that. I think that was a beautiful read, Taurus. I mean, I love where your mind is at. Like, that's beautiful, highly spiritual energy. Like, what can I control? What can I control? What are my decision making? Like, that's just, I love that. That's shadow work, by the way. Whenever someone's like, what is shadow work? Like, that stuff is shadow work. Getting to know yourself on a deeper level and why you do the things that you do is shadow work. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull from the Goddess, Gods and Guides Oracle, see what your guides have to say about all this, and then we will close out your reading, okay? confusing energy. Spirit. One more shuffle, they said, and then we will pull off the top. You have Baba Yaga, patience. All right, let's see what the book says for Baba Yaga. This is like very cute old lady with a little basket, a wolf behind her. She's holding a little berry. She's super cute. She's a really cute old lady. Okay. Your spirit medicine from the ancient woman of the forest, Baba Yaga, is a good old dose of patience. It might not be what you want to hear, but there's simply no rushing this process. Everything in nature has a season, but in our modern world, we seem to have forgotten that all things take time to unfold. The situation or relationship involved in won't respond to anxious pushing and prodding. Leaving things alone for a while. Time and space are needed for this issue to heal, develop, or come to fruition. Persevere with your journey without gasping for immediate gratification. Instant results are not the way of Baba Yaga. She's inviting you to build something of quality, of real substance, something that endures. Keep going even when it seems as if nothing's happening. There are ages and stages of acquiring spiritual knowledge. You don't need to ask frantic questions of the universe, of your teachers, of yourself. Rest assured the answers will come when it's time. You're not being given everything at once because rushing will spoil the end result. Slow cooking yields the richest, tastiest dishes. Let go of your fast-paced agenda and allow Baba Yaga to work her timeless magic. Additional meetings. Make long-term plans or preparation. Any delays you're experiencing are for the best. Slow down the pace of your life. Meditation. True healing and spiritual growth take time. I trust in the divine process. Love, love, love that. I feel like that's an excellent way to cap up our reading. Remember, we were talking about, we were essentially talking about divine timing and through your reading and being patient with yourself. Absolutely, absolutely love that. All right, Taurus, that's all that I have for you today. If this video resonated, please give it a thumbs up, and I will check back in with you guys when it's time to do your 2023 predictions in about a week. All right, have a good day. Bye.